Do you have a significant amount of assets laying around your house, whether it's collectibles, whether it's cash? Do you have a lot sitting around your house? If so, this might be a great video for you to watch. Hi, my name is Sam with Loomis Card Craze, where I buy, sell, and trade Pokemon cards and various other TCGs. And in this video, I'm going to address some of the issues that are going around in our community where there have been homes burglarized, stores burglarized. Some folks have lost their entire life savings, whether it's in trading cards or just cash around their homes. So as we go through this video, I'm going to talk about various different things that I do for safety and security. However, I'm not going to release all of the details and everything that I have, whether it's air tags in products or locks on doors, those kind of pieces. We're just going to go through the basics of home defense and when does a certain dollar amount become too much to keep in your home, whether it's putting in a secured storage, whether it's having it off site somewhere or in a secured safe. So as we go through this video, keep those points in mind and let's get moving. First things first, I know some people laugh when I say this, but I have 2 dogs in my home. They are in my home 24/7. They don't go anywhere unless it's to the groomers, and if that's the case, either myself or my wife are home at the time. So dogs are a great home defense. They're lovable, right? They're not the dogs that'll bite your face off if they don't know you, but if we're not home or just my wife and kid are home, they are quite defensive. They bark, they growl, they do all the fun stuff that larger dogs do, right? So that's a great safety net to have. On the completely other spectrum is, do you have any pew-pews in your home? Again, I'm not here to advocate whether it's beneficial, it's not beneficial. We are talking home defense and large assets, right? If you have 6-figure collection or even $50,000 in trading cards, that's a huge sum of money for a lot of folks, myself included. So how do you protect it? And no, I'm not saying go and pew-pew somebody that comes to steal a trading card, right? I'm more thinking the safety of your family and yourself. If you have kids, if you have a wife, a spouse, how are you going to protect them if somebody breaks into your home? Now, in my case, my wife is trained, I am trained. We're working on getting my close relatives comfortable with pew-pews. So if they're out in an environment or something were to happen or they were in our house, they had the tools to defend themselves against any threat that may occur. Again, not advocating one way or the other. That's a very taboo subject. I'm just saying that is a tool in an arsenal if that is something that you choose to do. Switching gears, webcams. Yes, there are webcams, Jiminy Christmas. Surveillance systems. Yes, surveillance systems aren't going to deter, right? Well, they do to a degree. However, they depict motion. They show you what occurs in real time. This office space that you see, I have a camera in the corner. Yes, it's recording me as I record myself. It's an oxymoron, right? That camera is active 24/7 and is always recording and is stored on a secure cloud storage space. So I know who is in my office space, who is in the house. I have cameras at every entry point of the house. Obviously, don't have them in common areas where there's not any valuables, but we have one pointed on our safe that houses our valuables or pew-pews, right? All of those pieces. So when you look at totality of home systems, you need to have various pieces in place. You can't just rely on one piece here, one piece there. It's what is the cumulative result that you're trying to achieve, whether it's safety of yourself, whether it's safety of your family, especially those of you that do have a small business. You do YouTube content, your face is out there. Just the other day in a video, I showed you my collection value. Again, it's not very much, right? When you, in the grand scheme of things, but to somebody that is a fantastic haul that they could utilize. Again, I don't keep that here. It is because of the dollar amount. It is in a safe, secured area. Again, not in the office, right? So when you purchase large amounts or you have large amounts, those are things you have to think about. It's unfortunate. It's sad. All of the above, right? But we are in the environment and the time of life where you have to be concerned about somebody robbing you, whether it's somebody close to you, whether it's somebody you don't know from the internet, right? A lot of crimes that are committed by folks we know, that we are comfortable with, that have access to the rooms in your house where you keep the items. Again, I'm not saying your best friend's going to rob you, right? No one can ever predict these things. But when you look at crime statistics, whether it's large scale crimes, smaller crimes, a lot of it is done by folks that you're familiar with. It's very rarely does a robbery or something to that magnitude not occur from somebody that is known. Whether it's an acquaintance or a close friend, it doesn't matter, right? It's somebody that you're familiar with, that you have invited into that space and showed them the area. Another topic I want to talk about is home system alarms, whether it's motion alarms on your windows, which I have in the office. Can't really see it with all the boxes covering the windows, but I have motion sensors on that window that gets triggered if the window gets budged. I've had to go off in the middle of the night because we've had a windstorm or a snowstorm, something like that, right? Because I have them so close to the window, so any motion, again, a lot of folks have them inside the window. I use my windowsill. I don't mind pointing and showing you that. I use my windowsill as storage because I don't have much other storage in this room. So we utilize that as storage, so I have it under the blind, so any motion, all that kind of fun stuff, it does get activated. Those are a great tool. I know a lot of folks that have specific security alarm monitoring systems that go straight to law enforcement. I don't have that. I don't necessarily feel I need law enforcement to respond if there is a motion sensor in my home. As I feel I have the tools and the training to deal with any occurrence that may happen. Home surveillance and home security systems is no joke in this day and age, guys. If you want to keep yourself safe and your family safe, especially if you post videos online, you make real content of, hey, I have this in my home, hey, I have that. It's pretty incredible when you think about how much information somebody can get from a video. Like my face, if you take my face and you throw it in a Google Lens or something to that effect, that you have the subscriptions that allow you to search people, you'd be very surprised of what you find. And it's the same for any other YouTube content creator, right? You can find addresses, you can find phone numbers, you can find all of these personalized information. We're in the digital age, right? You can find anything if you really want to. So I encourage you guys to be safe out there. Whatever home defense or home prevention looks like for you, I encourage you to follow those steps. Consult somebody. A lot of local law enforcement agencies, at least where I'm from, have community resource officers that you can speak to of, hey, I'm looking to put cameras up in my home. I'm looking for a security surveillance system. Any of those pieces, they'll point you in the right direction. Whether it's a keypad lock on your door, which I have a biometric lock on my office door that only myself and my wife have access to. And just different pieces like that they're not expensive, but they're not cheap, right? And if you talk to law enforcement agencies, sometimes they'll do a walkthrough of your home, give you pointers, all of those pieces. So I encourage you, take the leap, ask the questions, make sure you're safe. If you've made it through all my rambling and coughing, thanks for being here. Greatly appreciate your time, and I appreciate you watching the video. I know sometimes the content's dry, and my beard looks like it is off the hinges tonight. We're not going to talk about that. It's been a great day with the two kiddos at home. We'll leave that one where it is. As always, my TCG player and eBay links are in the descriptions. Take a look. If there's something you like, I added about 1,000 cards to my eBay store within the last 24 hours. Thoroughly enjoying the printer and all the softwares that come with it. It has been a great experience as we continue to grow the store. Thanks for being here, and we'll see you in the next video.